What's up? This is Greggatron. How are y'all? Happy Sunday. And do you like my shirt? Yeah. Stack that cheese. Something, something, something. Stack that cheese. Mother, sister, cousin. Stack that cheese. He couldn't think of nothing. Stack that cheese. In other words, save your money, kids. Save your money. Because if you save your money, you can get cool stuff. Like this. Yeah. Look at it. Oh yeah. So, funny story about this figure. Spawn, for those who don't know. This was a gift. I told you months ago about my homie who hooked me up with that lady who sold me all the swords. Well, this same homie, when I was showing him my prior sword collection, he's like, "Oh man, not only do you like swords, but you like toys too?" I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Man, I got something for you, man. I got something just for you." I'm like, "Really?" So last birthday, this is what he gave me. And this means a lot. One, because it's Spawn. I like Spawn. Two, because it's old. This is the movie Spawn. Alright. And the box looks old. Everything about this says old. So this is the climbing action grappling hook snap-on hand arsenal Spawn. It's called Attack Spawn. See, right there. And it comes with a grapple hook. See that at the top. Interchangeable hands. One thing I like about Spawn, he can use his cape to transform into just about anything. He can actually shapeshift. And the more I learn about Spawn, it's like the more similarities I see between him and Venom, because Venom can shapeshift too. And at one point in the comics, the newer comics, Venom grew wings. And as you can see, Spawn can do that. So shout out to Todd McFarlane. I've been talking about him off and on. Let's talk about this box for a minute. Very nice. The movie I saw probably when I was like 12 or so, 13, 11, somewhere in there. And that might have been the first time I saw Michael Jai White. The sides are about the same. It says McFarlane Toys on the side. Right? The back is pretty interesting. And back then, I had no clue about any of these toys. I just didn't know. Only because of the movie, I knew who Spawn was, but that and Soul Calibur 2, he was featured. That's what I knew him the most from, to be honest, was Soul Calibur 2. Great game. You can see Todd McFarlane at the time. Had all kind of stuff coming out. Kiss. And what I like about this, it reads, in case we can't see it, want exclusive figures and the inside scoop on toys? Then join the club. McFarlane Toys Collectors Club. Call for more info. And there's actually a 1888 number on here. Don't call it. But it's 188-99 Spawn. I miss those days. I miss when stuff was like that. Like on Fox Kids and other things where you could call in and get exclusive cards and artwork if your parents had a membership or whatever. I remember back in the day on Fox Kids, there was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles drawing contest to see which kids around the U.S. could draw the best turtles. And all these kids, and I thought about doing it, but I didn't. But all these kids from all over the country, they were drawing these Ninja Turtles and they sent them in. And then one weekend they finally listed off who the winner was. And there was prizes. You know, third place got this much money. Second place got that much money. First place obviously got the most money. I miss stuff like that when the people on TV could actually interact with the kids in that way. Now everything's just social media. You got streaming. Speaking of streaming real quick, I want to give a shout out to The Body BeatDown. This dude is cool people. I just met him a couple days ago, actually. Cool people, and Greggatron is a great judge of character. He appears to be a Gen Xer. I don't think he's a baby boomer. He's not that old. But he's one of those cool Gen Xers who loves fitness, and he loves drawing, and he loves figures. He's into the same stuff I'm into, right? He-Man, he's got his own He-Man collection, and I want to say he has some G.I. Joe, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, going over to his channel, it's called The Body BeatDown. Shout out. Okay, oh, and he's got fitness stuff that's crazy, all natural, and he supports lifting heavy weight for strength, you know. So I saw your fitness videos, man, and I was like, whoa, this dude is not playing. He squatted, was it 455 or something like that? I'm like, that's impressive. So shout out. Anybody who's interested in fitness and or toys, coming over to my channel or his channel, because we are similar in that way. Anybody who's repping fitness, period, and or toys. Back to Spawn. Let's actually talk about the figure. We've been talking about Ninja Turtles. We've been talking about other people's channels. We've been talking about Venom. Let's talk about Spawn. So, I like the spikes on his shoulders and on his arms. That's cool. I like the dirty maroon red. It almost looks beyond. That's not even maroon. That's like a dark blood red. Almost like a dark crimson. That just shows the toughness and the darkness of Spawn. If you zoom in, you can see the green eyes. That's nice. That's like the only color you're going to get is the green eyes, man. Everything else is just dark. Dark, 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 dark. But that's what I like about Spawn. He's only dark, 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 dark if you're one of the bad guys. But if you're out there and you're good people, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Same thing goes with police and everything else. If you're not hurting anybody, you're not committing any crime, you're minding your own business, you're being peaceful, you don't have to worry about people like Spawn and Batman and those guys, the Punisher, Ghost Rider. They're here to deal with the bad people. That's why one thing, I always loved anti-heroes like Venom. Because they might be, quote-unquote, wrong in what they do, but they're doing the wrong thing for all the right reasons. You could even say Wolverine. You could throw him in there. Deadpool, Deadpool's a little different, but I love anti-heroes because it's not so black and white. It's very gray. There's a fine line. Like Venom, for example. When Venom was starting out, he honestly believed in his head that he was the good guy and that Spider-Man was evil. So he really thought he was out there helping people. He was trying to protect people from Spider-Man. So I love characters like that. As far as Spawn goes, I might have to make a separate video just talking about the character. But Spawn is so twisted because he sold his soul to Malebolgia, which is pretty much the devil. But he did it basically to reunite with his wife. And then when he finds his wife is with his best friend because he's supposed to be dead. Spawn, that is. So when he does come back as Spawn, he's like, I can't be with her because I look like this. So in the beginning, that's his internal and external conflict. That and he's losing his memory and things are foggy and he doesn't even remember dying in the first place. I mean, when I watched that show on HBO Max, it was deep, man. I was talking about Gargoyles in my last video. It's like Gargoyles and Batman the Animated Series put together, but on steroids times 10. It's that dark. There's sex in there. They don't show it, but there's sex, there's drugs, guns, violence, profanity. If you don't know about Spawn, that's what trips me out, because people are like, why do you watch cartoons? Why y'all still watch them cartoons? That's for kids. No, man. Spawn is not for kids. Thank God I didn't watch that show back then. Anyway, back to the figure. You got the spikes on one of his legs at the calf there, and the other leg is right there at the thigh. You got more spikes on his fists. I like the belt. That's a skull. I really like this design up and down his chest, that V shape. I mean, he really looks like a fiend. Very dangerous. Just someone you don't want to mess with. Let's put it that way. I talked about the grapple hook earlier. That's cool. And as far as these other claws, I want to say they're interchangeable. There's this big one right there. That's something you don't want to get in the path of. If this guy is around, behave yourself, because you don't want to be dealt with in the wrong way. And I like the whole kerfuffle of, you got Spawn, you got the detectives who are investigating these murders, you got different homeless people who need help, who he's trying to quote unquote help. You got different organizations after this man. You got the whole military background behind Spawn. I mean, just a great character, man. Great character. Here it shows some of the others. I mean, I hope that's not this man's wings, because that is crazy. This cop right here, he reminds me of Harvey Bullock from Batman. And then the other detective, what was his name? I don't want to say it because I might get it wrong, but those two detectives, they were like the best pair. Oh man, that stuff was good. Twitch, that's his name. Twitch, and Sam was the fat one. But yeah, and then there's a tax Spawn right there. And it's got their names listed. This is the fat clown looking guy, him. He shapeshifts into that. This is his true form. But when he's roaming the earth, he looks like that. Yeah. So let me know your thoughts. I mean, forget Spawn. Who's y'all's favorite character? That's what I want to know. Who's your favorite anti-hero? Is it Spawn? Is it Ghost Rider? Is it Venom? Is it the Punisher? Is it Blade? That's what I want to know. And one more thing, even though this was a gift, I'm going to keep it in the box because it's so old. And I don't want anything to be disturbed. But it works out because the box is very open, meaning it's easy to see. So it's very clear as to what's going on in there. I keep it upstairs by my swords. By the swords upstairs anyway. But I want to know what you think. Who is your favorite anti-hero? Not superhero, not villain. Who is your favorite anti-hero? That's the discussion of the day. And again, shout out not only to the body BeatDown, but shout out to all the good people. I see you guys in the comments section. And when I say the good people, you guys know who you are. Y'all know who y'all are. So, this is Greggatron. Happy Sunday. I'm going to get ready to cut my grass. I'm going to clean my gutters a little bit. I'm going to get on my bicycle, hopefully. I might go live later to hit the gym. Let's just see what's going on. Let's do it. It's Sunday. We need to get it in. All right. Peace.